this way, students are mostly benefited, and recently researchers proved that 80% of the students using Facebook are interested in extracurricular activities which would help in their future in facing interviews also. So, uh, what our friends said are true, that it have also negative influences on students, but a parent or teacher or elders should guide a student to use in proper way. Generally, man-made things have both cons and pros, so it is wise thing to adopt and accept the positive influences and leave away the negative. I think we are all are wise enough to use this, so I will request all the parents to take care of their children in using this. Thank you.
Namaste, one and all present here. This is Yash Lakshmi Harsh of class 10. I'm glad to be here in front of you for giving this opportunity. Uh, Students using the social media is not in a right way. Before using the social media, I would like to ask some questions. Uh, what are you doing with social media? Okay, coming to the social media, using it is very important and it is very wrong also. When coming to the positive, our all friends said that many users, but negative effects, there are many effects. Cyberbullying and identified theft and some other important influences are there by using the social media. Cyberbullying. Coming to the cyberbullying, most of the youth are affected by cyberbullying, mostly girls. Using social media not in a right way by any by any users, they are not using properly. Chatting with all others without any face-to-face interaction is not in a good way. Slowly they will take our personal information and they'll trap us. So it was not good. So I would like to request all of you to use social media in a positive way, not in a wrong way. Thank you.
So you want to add something, Sophia? Yeah.
This is last but not the least. I won't agree what Gina Truhi and Fani Kumar said. They said that we can utilize this social media by imposing our doubts in the Facebook everything and we can clarify it. And when teacher gave any project or anything, the people are directly depending on this social media. They are not even understanding what is there and they are not at all using their brain. Simply they are using cut and paste method and they are wasting time. Instead of in olden days, they used, when any homework or assignment had given, they used to refer books and they used to collect data apart from social media and they used to get more matter which is not necessary at present but it may useful in their future. So we should refer to social media, but when the information that is required by us is not there in our surroundings like library etc., then we have to go to social media and we have to refer. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
You please don't thank every time you speak. And then, how many of you are on social media? How many of you are on Facebook? You should. How many of you are not on Facebook or on social media? Okay. So 2 are there. Okay. What's the age to get onto Facebook? 18. Then how are you on Facebook? Now it's changed to 16. Even then you are not supposed to be there. Okay. Well, this is perhaps telling us that there is no real identity checking when there is no screening happening for people to enter onto social media. And you all mentioned about the parental guidance while watching and all. Uh, I mean, in your two cases, Janet and Monica, do your parents sit with you when you are surfing net? Okay, so you're lucky to have that. And then, how do we stop this cut, copy, paste kind of things coming into our studies, and how can we actually make it better? And one more thing which I would like to, perhaps once you address that, we'll go to the next question. How can we stop that cut, copy, paste culture?
My view, actually, in present, teachers are giving project to do in home. If they change to class, they can think in their by their own mind and they can write what is required. They can't use net or anything social media so that they don't have phones with them in school.
Sir, I didn't get you. What's the measure what's the step you're suggesting?
If projects or works which are dependent on this social media are given to do in school, then they can step into that social media.
Okay, that work has to be done at school. Okay.
By creating like these discussions and by making awareness to the children, they can understand, and by providing more libraries in every school, some extra hours for reading books and everything.
Okay.
We can't avoid wholly, but we can.
Okay. If they have more access to books, perhaps they would not go much to the social media. That's what you want to say.
My suggestion is that if these projects are conducted orally, then the students will try to understand the topic and they can explain others briefly. Then they can understand it.
Yeah. So instead of looking at what they have, written, if we ask them to present without the text, perhaps, then they would really try to understand rather than just cut, copy, paste.
In my view, if teachers guide them, they can also do without the help of social media. Before sitting in front of social media, they can ask some teachers for their view, and they can communicate to teachers, and they can use the teachers and also parents. Some will have some educated parents, and they can ask their parents too, not only in social media. Even teachers and parents also not have time to teach them, then they can read books and they can complete.
Okay. And when you are already on the social media, Facebook, how many questions have you posed till now with respect to subject?
Around 5, sir.
5. In how many days or months?
This year, sir.
In 1 year, you have posted around 5. How many of them are answered?
4, sir.
4 are answered. Okay. How about the rest of the postings? What are they around?
I did not get you.
How about the other posts? Among your posts, 5 are questions. How about the other posts? What would be the number?
10.
That's it. Okay. Any other sharing, like what is the usual percentage of posing questions and chatting? What has been your observation? Like when students are there on social media, how much of the time goes for chatting and how much of it goes for actually posting some questions?
Actually, sir, now I am become a hosteler. But previously, when I used to be a day scholar, first after coming from school, we used to go for tuitions. After coming from tuitions, we don't used to open a book. Rest of all the time, we used to chat and debate. Then one day, my mother gave me this chance that you calculate the time that how much you spend with your book, and you calculate the time how much you spend with your phone. Then I came to realize that more preference should be given to books and less should be given to my phone.
Okay.
What I observed in my friends is they are chatting 90% of the time and 10% they are spending for chatting, asking questions. Sorry, sir.
Fine. So when 90% goes for chatting, and maybe students are actually not ready mentally, or they're not matured enough to handle this. So why don't we ban it for the students? What's your take on it?
Of course, it is a learning age. We can learn more from it, how to be independent. We can learn how to become independent, and we can learn how to make our sense in community also.
Okay, any other takes? Any other opinions? Okay. Uh, See, when you go on social media, most of your friends are your classmates or your neighbors and so on, right? And then what is that learning that is going to come to you? Your friends you are going to meet every day. So why do you need this at all? Is it not just waste of time?
No, I don't think it's a waste of time. Yeah, it should be neglected till a certain limit. But it's not that we should not at all use it. As this is the technological means we are living in technology. We should regularly keep on learning what the new things are coming to us. So we should not neglect it. And as you said that what to talk with your friends. It's not that whenever we meet our friends, we share everything. Some or the other will be lagging behind. So that we can share with them, but that should have some point. We should not share some nuisance and nonsense and stuff.
There is one more opinion that children. I mean, they tend to become more selfish, and they're thinking about only posting photos all the time. How many likes I get, and then how much appreciation I get, and some even get depressed when they don't get like or when they don't get any replies from their friends. What about this negative psychological impact?
This should not be happening in a student. You might have known about Nick Ujicic, who is a torso from his birth. He influences students who are depth in depression and gives them a hope for life. So this social media also helps a student from getting out of depression.
Harsha wants to say something.
Yes, sir, I agree with Gina, but for those influences, the children may react or may not react. So in that case, it should be banned, sir. Then they should realize by them only. Our parents also can tell them then what to do or what not to do. They should have that common sense. But so many children won't have that common sense. So the parents should influence them, not by this. Parents should take care of them. That I say. Parents and teachers also.
Okay, the actual question that we are moving around is, do we have time for this, and do we actually need this? I'm still thinking about that, and I think we should open it to the audience. Any questions from the audience? Any questions from the audience? Yes, sir. Sir has a question. You need a volunteer? Any boy who can carry it?
Good morning to all of you. What is the effect of social media users of social media?
By using this social media, we totally depend on writing. That means we don't give importance to speak. If we speak also, we actually go to our mother tongue. By these communications, we can say they are going underground. By talking with a phone, we can't see reality.